Emma stood by the kitchen window, gazing out at the blooming garden. Spring had always been her favorite season, a time of renewal and hope. But today, her world felt anything but hopeful. Her husband, James, sat at the dining table, his head bowed, unable to meet her eyes. "How long?" Emma's voice quivered, her heart pounding in her chest. James sighed, his shoulders sagging under the weight of his guilt. 6 months, he admitted, barely audible. Emma's breath hitched. 6 months. Half a year of lies, deceit, and betrayal. Her mind raced, trying to piece together the moments she might have missed, the signs she ignored. "Why, James?" she whispered, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I don't know," he replied, his voice breaking. "It's not because of you. I made a terrible mistake, and I've hated myself for it every day." Emma's chest tightened. She wanted to scream, to throw something, to make him feel the pain coursing through her. But instead, she walked away, retreating to the sanctuary of their bedroom, where she could cry in solitude. Days turned into weeks, and the house felt like a battlefield of unspoken words and suppressed emotions. Emma avoided James whenever possible, pouring her energy into work and their children. But every quiet moment brought back the aching questions. Could she ever trust him again? Could their marriage survive? One evening, James knocked on the door of her study. "Emma, can we talk?" She hesitated but nodded, gesturing for him to sit. James looked at her, his eyes filled with regret. "I'm so sorry for what I've done," he began. "I'll do anything to make it right. Therapy, counseling, whatever it takes. Please, Emma. I love you." Emma's heart ached. She could see the sincerity in his eyes, but the wounds were still fresh. "James, this isn't something that can be fixed overnight. I need time, and I need to know you're committed to earning back my trust." "I am," he said firmly. "I'll prove it to you." Emma agreed to couples therapy, though she wasn't sure it would work. Their therapist, Dr. Miller, encouraged open communication and honesty. The sessions were tough, often bringing up painful memories and raw emotions. But slowly, they began to understand each other's pain and perspective. James took accountability for his actions, acknowledging the damage he had caused. He shared how stress from work and his own insecurities had led him to make such a devastating mistake. While it didn't excuse his actions, it helped Emma see that his infidelity wasn't about her shortcomings. Dr. Miller also worked with Emma on expressing her feelings. "It's okay to be angry," she said during one session. "But it's important to channel that anger into productive conversations." Outside therapy, James made significant changes. He became more present at home, spending quality time with their children and prioritizing Emma's needs. He shared his phone and social media passwords, offering complete transparency to rebuild her trust. As weeks turned into months, Emma and James began to reconnect. They went on dates, reminisced about their early days together, and found joy in simple moments, cooking dinner, watching movies, and playing board games with their kids. One evening, James surprised Emma with a picnic in their backyard. Under the soft glow of string lights, he handed her a small, handwritten letter. "Emma," it began, "I know I've hurt you in ways I can never fully make up for. But I promise to spend the rest of my life trying. You are my best friend, my partner, my everything. Thank you for giving me the chance to be better. I love you." Tears welled up in Emma's eyes as she looked at him. For the first time in months, she felt a glimmer of hope. By their anniversary, Emma and James had come a long way. Their marriage wasn't perfect, but it was stronger than before. They had learned to communicate openly, prioritize each other, and approach challenges as a team. During their anniversary dinner, James raised his glass. "To us," he said. "To resilience, forgiveness, and love." Emma smiled, clinking her glass against his. "To us." The road to healing hadn't been easy, but it had been worth it. Together, they had turned a story of heartbreak into one of hope and renewal, proving that even in the face of betrayal, love could endure and thrive. The lessons they learned from therapy became pillars of their relationship. They created weekly connection nights where they spent uninterrupted time together, discussing their dreams, concerns, and even trivial joys. They also started journaling individually and sharing entries that touched on their feelings about their marriage. Emma and James also began giving back to their community. They joined a local support group for couples, sharing their story with those struggling with similar challenges. Their honesty and vulnerability inspired others to confront their own issues, offering hope to those who felt stuck. Through their shared experiences, Emma realized the importance of grace, not only for James but also for herself. Forgiveness isn't just about the other person, she told the group during one meeting. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of anger and resentment. James, on the other hand, learned the value of self-reflection and accountability. He actively worked on understanding his triggers and building healthier coping mechanisms. Their children, once wary of the tension in the house, began to notice the positive changes in their parents. The laughter returned, filling their home with warmth and joy. Family outings became a regular occurrence, strengthening the bond between everyone. On a crisp autumn day, Emma and James took their kids to the park. As they watched their children play, Emma turned to James and said, "You know, I never thought we'd get here." "Neither did I," James admitted. "But I'm so glad we did." Emma nodded, her heart full. "Me too." Years later, Emma and James found themselves sitting on the porch, reflecting on their journey. Their love had deepened, strengthened by the trials they had faced together. Emma often shared one piece of wisdom with others: marriage isn't about perfection. It's about commitment to yourself, to your partner, and to the relationship you've built together. Mistakes will happen, but what matters is how you choose to move forward. James added, and never underestimate the power of honesty and humility. They can rebuild bridges you thought were forever burned. Their story became a testament to the resilience of love, proving that even after the darkest storms, the sun could shine again.